Welcome everyone to Doga Yoga. My name is Melody. This is Arlo. This is Merlin. And today in this beautiful early morning, we are doing a core focused exercise sequence. So we're going to go through, get a little bit of heat in our core, a little bit of Agni, a little bit of fire, and have a bit of fun. So come on down to the mat. Oh boy. Take your knees wide. We're going to come into our child's pose to start off with. Fingers forward, forehead to the earth, and breathe. Inhale, fill the belly, the ribs, the collarbones. And exhale, just start to arrive onto your mat. Taking a few moments to just ground, center. Just notice what's going on in the room around you and start to notice what's going on in the body. When we're ready, we're gently going to peel ourselves up off the ground, vertebra by vertebra. Bring our knees underneath our hips, our fingertips or wrists underneath our shoulders, and take a little cat-cow. So drop our belly, open up our chest, and our gaze forward and up. And exhale, navel to spine, chin to chest. Inhale. And exhale. A few more breaths like this, just gently creating some movement, waking up. You might like to wriggle back and forth, side to side, or you might just like to stick with this movement. Noticing what comes up in the body and in the breath. When we're ready, we're going to come back to neutral. So come back into our tabletop position. Just walk our hands forward a little bit. We're going to go from our child's pose into a plank position. So come back into your child's pose, tap your forehead towards the earth, and then shoot your hips forward, crown of the head pointing forward, hips down into half plank. So go a few more times. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. And exhale, send the hips low, shoulders above wrists, core is on, gaze is forward. And then push yourself back, take a big breath. And again. Now go as fast or as slow as you like here to really notice the sensation. If you want to kind of spice it up a little bit, you can definitely move a little faster. Just starting to gently create that heat, that awareness in our core, in our arms and in our thighs. Remember to send the shoulder blades down the back. Neck is nice and long, smiling towards the front of the room, front of the jetty, front of wherever you are. When we're ready, we'll meet back in our child's pose and just rest here for a moment, tapping our forehead to the earth. When we're ready, peel ourselves back off the mat into that tabletop position. Walk our knees underneath our hips, wrists underneath our shoulders. We're going to tuck our toes and come up into our downward facing dog. So send your hips up and away, knees can be super bent. Crown of the head goes towards the earth. And just breathe here for 5 breaths. Noticing the weight in one hand and then the other. One foot and then the other. You might like to straighten the legs or keep them bent, just trying to get that chest towards your thighs. One more breath. And when we're ready, we're gently going to get some movement here. So walk the dog. So drop your right heel and bend your left knee. Beautiful stretch here in the calves, the hamstrings, the hips. And then swap. Swap. And just flow here with your breath. Going back and forward, you might be moving quite rigorously, or you can take this super slowly, super gentle, just exploring the movement, especially if this is the first time you've done it. Don't hold the breath, just feel the air flow. Feel it bring in the new and let go of the old. And ready, we'll come back to stillness. Big bend in the knees, and we're going to send the knees towards the ground, shoulders above our wrists, and we're going to hover here. So crown of the head points forward, shoulder blades down the back, and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then come back into your downward facing dog. If this is too much, just come onto the knees, and then we're going to hover all together again. So when we're ready, lower the knees down or lift them up, depending what variation you're doing, smiling, and hover. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and back up into your downward facing dog. You'll definitely start to feel that heat generating. You'll start to feel that shake, and that is normal and great. We're just getting that energy into the body. Big breath, and then knees down once more, wrists and shoulders aligned, crown of the head pointing forward, on the toes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and up. Oh, so nice. Really, really good. You might like to walk the feet out a little bit more here. You might like to be still. You might like to come down out of your downward facing dog into your tabletop position or forwards. And when we're ready, we're going to roll forward into plank. So option 1 here is to take what we were doing before, coming into child's pose into half plank. Or if you want to go on to the next level, come up into your downward facing dog and then roll forward like a wave. So come up onto the toes, tuck the tailbone under, roll the shoulders above the wrist, point the crown of the head forward, shoot a laser beam out of your head. Then exhale, push back. Roll forward like a wave, smile, nice and strong, weight into all 5 fingertips, and then push back. Roll forward and push back. Roll forward and push back. A few more at your own pace. Take your time. You might just do 2 and then just kind of chill out on the mat. You might be looking for some extra chilies, so you might do 5. Just find your space where your body is like, challenging, but not too much. And when we're ready, we're all going to come back into our downward facing dog and then meet in all fours or tabletop position. So find your kind of balance here. The wrists are underneath the shoulders, the fingers are spread wide. If your wrists have taken a lot of weight, you might give them a little shake here. Roll them out. And when we're ready, we're going to really push into our left hand and push into our right knee and send our left foot back. Optional extra to send the right hand forward here. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower down. Now align yourself, really press into that right hand, left knee. We're going to push the right foot back and gaze goes down. Spine is nice and long, nice straight line here. Optional extra to send the left hand forward. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, lower. We're going to go 1 more each side. Left foot back. Optional extra, right hand forward for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower. Right foot back. Optional extra, left hand forward for 5, 4, 3, 2, and lower. Oh, good job, guys. Now cross your ankles over, kind of sit onto your heels or come over into seated, however you like. So come into the middle of your mat or your towel or your blanket, whatever you're using for class today. Sink the heels into the earth and the toes point to the sky. Super glue the knees together. Imagine we're zipping up the legs. We're just going to place our hands on our knees or underneath our thighs, finding length in the spine. So we're going to come into our boat pose, Navasana. we're going to find all of the different variations. So option 1 is to just be here. You'll start to feel this agony and this fire as we keep the spine nice and straight. We don't want to round out here. So send the shoulders back, lean back a little bit and hold yourself in place. You can use your hands to help you too. Start to feel that energy. Now if you want to go a little bit longer with the legs still zipped up, rise them up, balance on our sacrum. Point the toes towards the sky, collarbones are wide like we're wearing a nice necklace. And breathe here. And smile. If you want to go a little bit further, you can take the hands off. Shoulder blades are still down the back. And if you want to go a little bit further, lower down. So lower halfway down, legs long, crown of the head long, and then pulse back up. 2 more. Lower and pulse. Lower and pulse. Lower and pulse. Now hold here. 3 more breaths. We've got this. And release. Heels up, or toes up I should say. Heels on the ground, legs unzip. Take them hip distance or a little bit wider. Find that same length in the spine. So hands on the knees, find that lots of length and just kind of wriggle around here. It's a nice feeling. Belly and chest on the thighs and head comes between our knees, or we're just kind of getting towards that motion. It's all about compromise. Your body will move differently to my body. We're all different, we're all unique. This is your practice and make it your own. No yoga robots. We are all finding the joy of meeting our body where it is at today. So your hands can be on your feet, your shins, your calves, or just letting the body relax here a little bit. I really like to kind of rock side to side here. You might like to do that or be still. And ready, we're going to roll one up. Let's make our way onto our backs. So our feet are going to be in towards our hips here. Our knees are facing the ceiling and our hands are just going to come beside our hips here. Now, if you haven't done bridge very often, you might actually like to grip the mat here. I really find that it helps kind of pull the shoulder blades together. So push into the big toes on our inhale, find length in our spine, and exhale. We're just going to really push into the feet. Imagine we're pushing our hips into the ceiling. Lower down slowly, vertebra by vertebra. And exhale, push them up, shoot them towards the ceiling. Lower. And push. I just realized I'm saying ceiling, but there is no ceiling above me, it's just sky. Lower. So point it to wherever you are practicing today. And up. Lower down. And reach them to the sky. Lower down. And reach. Just notice your knees. Imagine you're squeezing them into one another, holding an orange between them, and it's not dropping down. Imagine your spine is nice and long on the mat still. Go here at your own pace. And your chin is coming towards your chest. Your shoulder blades are still glued to the mat. 5 more. 4. 3, shoot. 2, reach for the sky. And 1, you can do it. Come on up and hold here for 3, 2, 1, and release. Bring one knee into the chest and then the other. Give yourself a rock side. And just breathe here. Find some stillness, some peace, some release. When you're ready, gently cross your ankles and grab the outside edges of your feet. See if you can get here. If not, just keep your hands on your knees. And we're all going to make our way up and seated. This is a fun variation way where you can rock back Forward, coming on up. Place your hands on your knees and the shoulder blades down the back. And just breathe. Find that little bit of stillness. And take some time to appreciate, notice the heat, the fire, the Agni that we got going today. Thank yourself for stepping on the mat and carving out this time. It's time for your body, your mind, and your practice. When we're ready, we'll all take one big arm circle up, overhead, fingertips touch, and back to heart center. Sending you lots of love and gratitude, beautiful yogis. Namaste.